Britain is building many new schools. They're well-planned buildings with modern equipment where children in training for their life as citizens of a free country can develop the best qualities of heart and mind. Out of 5 million children now in British schools who would serve to tell the story, we choose only 3. Here they are. Their name is Brown, and they've just finished breakfast. This is Billy. He's 4 and has only just started school. This is Mary. She's 11 and old enough to think her hood vastly unbecoming. John is nearly 13, and at the moment aeroplanes are his chief interest in life. "Hurry up," says Mary. "You always start messing about when it's time to go to school." "Don't forget to put your scarf on when you come home today," says Mother. "It's very cold." Billy's school is for children between the ages of 4 and 7. It's newly built and is a pleasant place in which to learn or teach. Billy, as a matter of fact, hardly knows that he's learning anything, but in 4 weeks he has actually learned quite a lot. He's learned to hang up his clothes on his own peg, for instance. He knows it's his peg because of that chicken painted above it. Every child has a different symbol to tell him which is his mug and toothbrush and towel. Every day, even the tiniest children learn the simple habits of hygiene. These are first steps in that character training. The hook on which he hangs his towel is a peg, perhaps, on which Billy will learn to hang many other important things too. Games such as the sandpit help the children to develop their team spirit, and of course you must always leave things tidy for those who come after you. And the slide too helps to train decent members of the community. Here, you go back and wait your turn. The teachers are setting Billy and his friends to work on various occupations. This isn't just haphazard play, it's a method by which the children acquire all sorts of experiences as a background to reading, writing and numbers. They learn to express themselves in paint and chalk. And above all, they learn to concentrate. Look at this study in concentration. We know that 3 holes won't fit on 4 prongs, but when you're this age, you just have to find out. The teachers keep a careful watch on the development of each individual. When a child can readily recognize different shapes, he's ready to tackle that collection of 26 different shapes we call the alphabet. In the next class, they're reading in groups.
Said the rabbit, "Sit on my tail and go with me to my rabbit hutch." That a little girl would know.
Naughty enough, wasn't she naughty? Yes, now then, Kenneth.
In the Violinda class, children of 5 and 6 learn to express rhythm and music with their fingers. And now it's time for lunch. So Billy and the other children at the infant school, while learning to approach the primary skill of reading, writing and arithmetic, are also learning how to be members of a community, how to know good from evil, to be thoughtful for others. And their bodies are growing strong and healthy in happy surroundings. It's playtime now, and it's also playtime at the junior school across the road, where we shall find Mary. Teachers are out in the playground, joining in the children's games. The junior school is for children from 7 to 11. Here, the British idea of character training begins to be more clearly seen. Reading, writing and arithmetic are now skills which have to be practiced seriously. Although group consciousness is now well developed, the teacher never forgets that every one of these children is an individual, with a mind to be explored for special characteristics that may need bringing out. There are certain talents so pronounced that they seem ripe for development, and some that need special encouragement. But while the child is getting proficient in reading, writing, and arithmetic, he is expected to think and act independently. At Mary's school, ears and eyes are encouraged to be wide open on country walks, and specimens are taken back for the natural history table in the classroom. Geography isn't merely learned from a book. Mary's class have made a breakfast table, and the articles on it are being traced back to their place of origin all over the world. Mary has built a cotton plantation. The teacher is helping with the cocoa plantation, and other children are cutting pictures from magazines to illustrate the project. Mary's school has a fine stage, and some of the children are rehearsing Snow White.
Hush, everyone. Get your lanterns. I wonder who it can be. Isn't she beautiful?
And so morning school ends. Mary and Billy and John will soon be meeting again for lunch. Generally they go home, but their mother will be out today, so first thing this morning they gave in their names to have lunch at school. They have a pleasant dining hall, and today it's stewed steak with potatoes and greens, suet pudding and syrup. The meal's cooked at school and served by the senior girls. The cost for each child is 4p, but if necessary, it's served free. As she eats, Mary's thoughts begin to wander. She has passed the examination to go to the secondary school, and she pictures herself at her new school. The work will be harder, of course, but the hats are rather becoming. Perhaps from there she will even go on to the university, for in Britain every child, however poor, carries a university degree in its satchel. Meanwhile, there's always the present and syrup pudding. So lunchtime ends. This afternoon we shall go with John to the senior school. These children are reaching the last rung in the ladder of school life. Even at the age of 14 or 15, at which they'll leave school, they will have their part to play in shaping the society of the future. All those characteristics which help to make good citizens will have germinated and made some progress towards maturity. The school aims at providing conditions in which the qualities of heart and mind can be developed for the benefit of the individual and the common good. For instance, John and his friends are encouraged to find out things for themselves from the reference library there is in every classroom. Of course, if there's anything that baffles them, the teacher is always ready to explain. But while this development of individual talent is going on, it's always emphasized that talents are to be used in the interests of the whole community. In the science room, for example, where a class is being instructed in the principles of simple electric circuits, John and another boy are repairing the house telephone which connects with the headmaster's room. And in the workshop, the training the boys receive finds practical use in repairing school property, such as chairs or desks, besides making articles to take home. Meanwhile, another class is out in the school grounds, receiving practical instruction in pruning trees. All the produce grown is for use in the school, flowers for decoration or vegetables for the kitchen. Girls are taught all branches of home management in a room plentifully equipped with cookers, sinks and store cupboards. Gas and electrical appliances aim at reproducing all the conditions they're likely to encounter in their future life. And just as boys and girls are separated to learn their own special jobs in life, so at this school they're taught to mix together free from self-consciousness. So far as possible, lessons make use of all the modern devices which can enrich the child's mind with pictures, sounds and experiences recorded from actual life. But the wireless, gramophone and film are not merely to make things easier. Some things have to be learnt by doing them. The children are not to be satisfied with learning about life in foreign lands, but they're taken out into the fields near their homes to make elementary surveys for themselves. This class is making a survey of the school grounds. The readings are taken back to the classroom and a plan is drawn to scale. The children at John's School are given much opportunity for self-government. The school library is run very largely by the children themselves, a master supervising. Then the boys look after the daily distribution of milk. They collect the money, keep the accounts and pay the milkman, producing the books once a week for the headmaster's inspection. The British National Savings Scheme is warmly supported in all the schools. Here again the children share the job with the master. The children choose their own leaders for games and gym, by which their bodies as well as their minds are enriched. The older and more responsible are chosen as prefects to organize school activities and keep order. One of them, we notice, is John. The afternoon draws to a close and the classrooms begin to empty. 5 million British children are going home to tea. And soon Billy and John and Mary will be meeting again. So the children of a democracy learn to take their place in the world of tomorrow.